Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leilani and today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me, where I'm gonna talk about the Prince family here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it when I start the video. But before I do start the video, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of the entire situation. What do you think of the Prince family? Anything like that. What do you think of my opinion about them and everything like that? Go ahead and comment that down below. And please do subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. All right, so today's video is like a video that I was like, man, I really want to talk about this topic, but I don't know if I want to make a full video on it. However, I decided to go ahead and make a video about this topic because a lot of the big drama channels don't talk about like the black side of YouTube. Even though these YouTubers have a whole bunch of subscribers, like a lot of these YouTubers, and they do a lot of controversial things, they would make great content. Why do they not talk about them? Well, I have a theory about that, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But anyways, that's the reason why I want to talk about them, because I feel like it's just not getting enough attention, like what they did. And I think what they did was so wrong and so disgusting that here I am talking about it. So the Prince family, I've actually talked about them before on my channel, and this was again another instance. They did something else, which I'm going to get into, but they did something else and like no drama channel spoke about it. So I've actually talked about the Prince family before. The parents, Damien and Bianca, I think that they have, I think at least they have at least 2 kids. They have a daughter, I think they have 2 boys actually. And they're a family vlogging channel, one of those annoying like prank channels. I have never understood why people continue to watch prank channels when, first of all, you know that they're staged. It's been like exposed a billion times that they're staged, and 2, most of the time they're not funny. They're just like, it's like that's the type of content that you're putting out. Okay, whatever. I mean, to each their own, but like, ugh. Anyways, they're like an ace family or whatever, and they have 2 kids, and Damien is like a dark-skinned black guy. Bianca, who knows what she is? It's all a mystery. So yeah, that's the family. Damien and Bianca, to me, they just scream ignorant. Like every time I see something about them on social media, all I can think is, wow, they look extremely ignorant in like everything. Like they don't look like intelligent people or people who are at least like a little woke. Like they don't seem like that whatsoever, which I guess makes sense for what I'm about to talk about, what they did. But yeah, they just don't seem like the most intelligent people. So pretty much the latest controversy that they've been in, they've had some scandals in the past. One that I've talked about, again, like I said, I've talked about it, but this one was pretty bad, and the fact that no one's like talking about it, like no drama channels, it's weird. Anyways, so Damien and Bianca were doing another one of their tired, you know, pranks or whatever, where pretty much, I guess, they would dress up as each other's Ubers or something. Like each of them did the prank, which made it even seem more staged than it already like come on, like both of y'all did the prank on each other and neither one of you like got it. Anyways, they would do like this thing where they were like weird Uber drivers and everything like that, and they would like dress up and like pretend to be an Uber driver, and it was just so dumb. So Damien, I don't know who did the prank first on the other or whatever. Maybe they did it at the same time. Who knows? Maybe they were filming at the same who knows. Anyways, Bianca, who again is light-skinned, super racially ambiguous. I'm pretty sure she's at least half white because her mom is white and her family's white. So I'm guessing that she has some type of, maybe some black in her, but who knows, man? It's all a mystery. But you know, Bianca is a very, very light-skinned woman. I'm talking about like, she's lighter than like Steph Curry. And this prank, she said, oh, I want to look really ghetto, right? She said, I want to look really ghetto. So I'm going to have my friend put on like, I'm talking about a super dark foundation on her, like a just totally not her shade. Basically, Bianca did blackface, okay? She put on this really dark foundation, looked like a dark-skinned black woman, even though she didn't even look, it was patchy. That blend, sis, if you're gonna do it right. Anyways, she put on this really dark foundation, and she put on like this, her makeup was all bad, and she put on this wig, and she was basically trying to look ghetto, and she was like, let me talk like a ghetto girl. And then she started to like change her voice, even though she didn't sound that different, because sis, you look and sound ghetto regardless of what you put on. So I don't know why she tried to disguise as being ghetto and being ignorant. Sis, that's what you are. Anyways, so she did blackface. That's what Bianca did. And I'm gonna like insert a picture so that you can see what she looked like and you can see the outrage. Now, if I said that I was surprised by this, I would be completely lying. I am not surprised. Okay, these people have shown time and time again that they are very ignorant people. I mean, the fact that this is how you make your money off of basically, you know, pushing your kids in front of a camera and telling them to like put their whole lives out there, and you're doing fake pranks, and this is how you make your money as a grown adult with 3 kids. I have to question like your intelligence level. Are you that, like, come on. I can't respect people who do that. I can respect vloggers, like normal vloggers. I can't respect people who do fake pranks. I can't respect people who just do like outrageous stuff for the camera. I can't respect that. So I can't respect them anyways. So at this point, am I really, I'm not surprised by anything that they do. With that being said, obviously blackface is disgusting. And, you know, blackface is one of those things that it's like our society, it just shows me whenever I see people do blackface, like Shane Dawson did blackface. Why is anyone still doing blackface? It's literally 2019. Why is that still a thing? Why do people still think that this is a funny form of some type of comedy? Why is it like acceptable to some people and okay to, actually not some people, a lot of people think it's like okay to put on somebody's race as like a costume and to make fun of them, and you know, it's ridiculous to me. It's like putting on an ape suit. They think it's the same thing. They think it's a parallel because they're racist. So whenever I see an image of someone doing blackface, I'm just like, our society really has not evolved at all since blackface was like really became a thing. Like, that's how much our society just hasn't evolved. That's what that shows me. Then the other kicker was how she said, I want to look ghetto. There are obviously so many things wrong with this. One is that the fact that she said, I want to look ghetto, and then proceeded to change her skin color, like light-skinned people can't be ghetto. Bianca, rude awakening for you, I guess, but you're ghetto, because that whole mindset, that just screams ignorant, that screams ghetto, that screams no class. Okay, that's the first thing. Then the fact that she finds some type of parallel between dark-skinned black women and being ghetto just shows how uneducated she is, which again shows how ghetto she is. So, you know, her doing that really did not work in her favor at all. She was trying to separate herself from this whole ghetto persona. And instead of doing that, all she did was make herself look like that persona even more. And also, one thing that I want to point out is that just because, so Bianca, I guess, sometimes claims, I don't know, who knows what Bianca is? Like, Bianca's a mystery. Who knows what race she is? Like, I don't know. I don't watch these people, so I can't attest to this, but apparently she's supposed to be part black. What she did is classified as blackface, regardless of if she's black or not. I am very cautious to call her black because, one, she's one of those people who will say, I'm mixed, I'm not black, I'm mixed. She's one of those. So if you're one of those, then keep that same energy. Don't say the N-word, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that energy. She's that type of person. She's super light skinned. So even to me, it's like, I wouldn't even do that. I would not do that. The foundation that she put on, I would not put on that foundation and feel okay and feel comfortable with doing what she did. Because regardless, you're still making fun of somebody else's skin tone. Just as I personally would never, you know, put on a white foundation and then try to make fun of white people. I'm not that person. I wouldn't do that because that's wrong. You don't put on a different person's foundation and then like make fun of that person and create this whole, like, you don't do that. So regardless of if Bianca is black or not, it's still blackface. So this whole situation, I think, brings about another topic. And it's just the superiority complex of people who are not fully black in the black community. For one, I mean, I'm talking about this, I'm not even fully black, but I feel like that's why I should address this even more than someone else. I really think that this situation can then bring about a deeper topic and a bigger topic that is bigger than Damien and Bianca and these people who are extremely ignorant. So one thing that stands out to me is the fact that Bianca did blackface while being with a black man and apparently being married. I don't know if they're married. I doubt that they're actually married, but anyways, she did all that while being with a black man, while the grandmother of her kids, I don't know what Damien's mom looks like, but she's a black woman, you know what I'm saying? And she did this while making fun of basically her husband and the grandmother to her kids, and probably the great aunts to her kids, and just her kids. And like, you're making fun of people in your family, you know what I'm saying? You're making fun of your husband. You're making, like, that's who you're making fun of. And I think that she felt okay with this because the same people that she was making fun of are the same people who also push this stereotype and push these, you know, these negative views of black women and black people in general in society. Because of course, it being taught for generations, and because of just plain ignorance. And obviously self-hate. It's so interesting to see how she has this complex of thinking that, you know, dark-skinned women are ugly because the character, you know, the ghetto girl or whatever was dark-skinned, and she, you know, made her to look really just unattractive. And so she has this whole complex in her head, and she has this whole idea that like she's like somehow better than people with dark skin, and she's not like anything like them. And you know, she had to, you know, pretend to be like them because she's nothing like them. She has this whole idea in her head, and yet she's with a dark-skinned black man. Unfortunately, this is extremely common. This contradiction in so many of these types of relationships where the girl is racially ambiguous and the guy is, you know, a dark-skinned black man, and the girl, she's always like dark-skinned men, and the guy, he's always liked light-skinned women. You see this all the time where the women have this complex of basically, you know, kind of villainizing black women, you know, dark-skinned black women, and making them out to seem like they're less than, you know, this light-skinned, you know, light-skinned baddie with gorgeous hair and you know, all of these views of like light-skinned women being somehow better. They have all of these ideas of black women and how they're better than black women, and yet they are so ready to marry their sons, to be with their sons. The whole idea obviously makes no sense. It's obviously ridiculous. However, it's such a deep-rooted ongoing issue in the Black community specifically. I have met so many people, so many guys who are like, oh, you're Samoan? That's so cool. Like, you're Samoan? And they just harp on the fact that, like, I'm Samoan. Because first of all, I usually don't even tell people, you know, that what race I am in at all. I don't say that I'm Black. I don't say that. People usually just assume that I'm Black. I always think it's funny, though, when the question is asked, what are you mixed with? And I just say, oh, I'm half Samoan. And there is, you know, it's instantly, oh, wow, that's where you get it from. And I'm like, that's where I get what from? Like, what am I getting from? Like, what? Got what from? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I get it from my Black side? Why is it that I had to get it from my Samoan side? Like, there's a deep-rooted self-hate in the Black community. And these Black men have this idea of what beautiful is from the media, from, you know, just generations of self-hate and of people hating being Black, because being Black has always been villainized. If you're Black, you've been villainized from the beginning. You've been made to feel less than, and you don't want to feel that way. You want to feel better about yourself in some way. You can't change the color of your skin, but you can control who you're with. And so a lot of the times, these dark-skinned men go for these, you know, light-skinned girls, or these mixed girls, racially ambiguous girls, biracial girls, because they feel like, well, that's a step up. That's better than just being full Black. And they have like such a hatred, and I'm like, but your mom is full Black. But like, so many beautiful, amazing people are full Black. Like, that whole mindset makes no sense. And so when I see men like Damien, who are with women who are openly so against Black women, all I see is someone who really has some deep-rooted self-hate issues that he's probably never acknowledged, because they're never acknowledged. They're never really acknowledged or dealt with. You don't really understand why you don't like dark skin, but you just know being dark skinned is a joke and it's not actually like attractive. There's the self-hate going on with Damien, with guys like Damien. And then with Bianca, it's the validation that she gets from guys like Damien. So guys like Damien get really excited when they're with a girl who's biracial, a girl who's mixed, a girl who's racially ambiguous, a girl who's just not fully Black, or maybe not even Black at all. They get like so infatuated with the idea that they're with a mixed girl, or they're with a non-Black girl. And so they put these women on pedestals. They make them feel so much better than Black women, because, you know, he's like, well, Black girls and Black girls this and Black girls that, and just always talking down to Black women. So I think with people like Bianca, in their head, they're like, well, I must be much, you know, he's putting me on this pedestal. I feel better than you. He is making this woman feel better than other women. So his way of complimenting you is to put down a whole group of women. And that is, first of all, that's a horrible compliment to give. I would hate to get the compliment of, wow, you're so much better than this person. It's just like, why can't you just say that I'm a good person? You know, why can't you just focus on just me, the individual? You have to compare me to someone else. That doesn't necessarily make me think that you're like over them or anything. That just makes me think that you still have this person on your mind. But women like Bianca, they love that validation. Well, every woman loves validation, obviously. But the way that Bianca's getting her validation is from someone else being, or a whole group of people being put down. And so this whole idea that has also been hammered in her head since childhood, that she's just so pretty because she's light skinned and she doesn't have brown eyes, she has colored eyes. So she's so pretty. And this whole like Eurocentric idea of beauty has been pushed into Bianca's head, into Damien's head. So Damien is thinking, man, I get to be with a woman who looks nothing like me because of his self-hate issues. And Bianca thinks, wow, this guy is really putting me on a pedestal and really makes me feel like I'm way better than everybody else, because yes, of course, I am better than everyone else. I'm a light-skinned woman who can claim being black when I want to say the N-word in a song, but when I don't want to, you know, be claimed to be black, I'm just gonna say I'm mixed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just a really nice way to say I'm black, but I'm not your black. I'm different black. I'm the cool, I'm at the top of the totem pole when it comes to being black. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's a lot of stuff. I honestly, whenever I see people like that, it's clear. It's always clear, because I've seen this trend throughout high school and just throughout being around these types of people for my whole entire life. You see how they think. Once, Bianca even said in a video somewhere, she said, oh, Damien doesn't like dating black girls. What? Damien is black. Like, how do you not like dating black girls? How do you not like dating women like your mother? And another thing, Damien obviously doesn't want kids who are dark-skinned. A lot of people in the black community, a lot of people want mixed babies and light-skinned babies and babies with good hair and all of, like, it's ridiculous to me. And this is so common. This is like such a common mindset. This is something that I have seen in the black community time and time again. And I just find it to be so sad, because like you can see the self-hate, all of the self-hate. It's so obvious. It's so obvious exactly where this stems from. This also brings me to another like scandal with Damien and Bianca, where Damien and Bianca had a beautiful little baby girl, and they of course vlogged the birth, but they vlogged the birth, and I mean the baby's not even in the world for 20 minutes, and they were already complaining. I talked about this, by the way, but they were already complaining about the baby being dark-skinned, because, you know, Bianca was looking at her and she was like, oh, you know, she's not, she doesn't have colored eyes like I did. That's why everyone said I was such a pretty baby, because I had colored eyes. So I wanted my daughter to have colored eyes. And they were talking about how her ears were kind of darker, so they thought that she would be a dark-skinned baby girl. You know, they thought that she was going to become a more dark-skinned woman, because obviously if you're with a dark-skinned man, the baby's going to be at least darker than you are. So if the baby's dark-skinned, you gotta blame, that's on Damien, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, that to me was like, are you joking? Are you serious right now? So what did you think? Like, you can't control how your baby comes out. If your baby comes out dark-skinned because you're with a dark-skinned man, first of all, he should be happy that you weren't cheating on him. Second of all, that's life. Like, that's how it works. I don't understand that. But it's weird because, like, at first you're outraged, right, by the whole thing. You're like, how in the world? How dare they? And then you realize, wait, this is extremely common. Unfortunately, this is not uncommon. And that's the thing that I kind of want to focus on. The fact that, like, yeah, they're trash people to me. I don't like them. Their mindset is not an uncommon one. So I bronzed already, forgetting that I was supposed to like talk, because I was just so into doing my makeup. But anyways, pretty much it's just, this is such a common mindset in the black community. So I can't act surprised when I see yet another couple where the girl is light-skinned and the guy is dark-skinned. I can't act surprised when I see them be ignorant, because this is something that's so deep-rooted and has been such a big, horrible issue in the black community for such a long time that it's like, what can I expect? I can't even expect people to be at least a little bit aware. And also, the fact that like drama channels aren't talking about this, it says a lot, because you know, I understand that a lot of these drama channels simply don't know about these types of Black issues. However, I can't give them a pass for that. I was thinking about it too. I was like, man, maybe I'm just being too harsh on drama channels, because like they don't know. They're not Black. So why would they know or care about Black issues? Well, one thing, they're not, you know, in the makeup industry, yet they do all of this research to find out about the makeup industry, and, you know, to go as far as like find out the lining of the missing word in a document to figure out if it's Morphe or not, and find out this and that and this and that about all of these different things about Jaclyn Hill, and oh, you know, Jaclyn Hill was supposed to do this with the FDA but she didn't, or you know, whatever, all of this stuff, but they can't do research about this, which is such a big topic and goes so far beyond YouTube and is a big social issue. They don't talk about it, and it bothers me, because I'm like, do you just not care? Like, Blackface is a big issue and you don't care. That says a lot. Honestly, I watch a lot of drama channels, and I've started to notice what they do cover and then what they don't cover, and it's sort of, you can kind of see a trend there. And it irritates me. So yeah, I just think that Damien and Bianca are in some ways a product of their environment. However, I also feel like that's not really an excuse to do stuff that, you know, like they know doing blackface is wrong. Bianca knows that doing blackface is wrong. So for her to do it, it shows me that she wouldn't even care about becoming more informed. Like, she just wouldn't care about it. And neither would Damien. And I also really feel bad for their kids, because that cycle, that it's just gonna keep going. Their kids are going to have the same mindset because their parents are that ignorant, and their parents show no sign of trying to at least hear people out. And that to me is the most disgusting part about the whole thing, is that they feel so entitled to be so ignorant and so disrespectful to so many people who don't deserve it. But yeah, that is it for me. Those are all my thoughts on it. This is the makeup look. I did a lot with this lip. I'm not even sure if I really like it right now at the stage that it's in, but oh well, it's too late. The video is already done. But thank you so much for watching and just hearing me out and listening to me like rant and ramble about this whole situation. I hope you did get something out of it. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of the whole situation, what you think of Bianca and Damien. Do you think I'm a little too harsh on them? Anything like that, go ahead and comment that down below. And please do subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!